to be honest, this is a tough one to film. I'm not happy to film this video, just to be completely honest. So I just had a conversation yesterday from a sales representative of one of the top 2 developers here in San Diego County. So we're talking about the developers that make the most new construction homes. And what he said was a little bit disturbing and kind of unexpected. Now, to be honest, there is some good news in here, which I'm definitely going to get to in a second. But for most of you, I think it's going to be disappointing news. And it's this, is that you should not expect any new construction, single family homes in San Diego County moving forward. Zip. Nada. Now, let me explain this a little bit further. If you don't know me, my name is Dan Parker with the Best Life Home Team, your San Diego real estate resource. And let me just start off by getting into a little bit of background context so you understand where this is coming from. And a little bit farther on, I'm going to tell you exactly what this means for you and what you should expect moving forward. Can you expect a new home? Can you not expect a new home? What are the options available? That's what we're getting into. So if you follow my channel at all, you know the number one reason why home values continue to rise almost 5% last year in 2023 when rates shot up to 8% from 3%. I mean, that's mind-boggling that home values increased at a time where affordability was at an all-time low. It's because of one reason. It's because of the lack of inventory, the lack of homes available, the lack of new homes that were being built. We're not just talking about people selling their homes, because guess what? People selling their homes need to find somewhere else to live a lot of times. We're talking about new construction homes, new homes in the pipeline to help our infrastructure, to help our housing market get somewhere and not just have prices going through the roof and make it so difficult to get offers accepted. So let me explain how this happened, why we're in this situation. It's because 2 main reasons. One is because there was a massive oversupply of homes before the 2008-2009 housing market crash. They were building so many homes. Developers were just building like crazy all over the place. Maybe not necessarily as much in San Diego, but all over the US, they overbuilt homes. And after that crash, they couldn't sell their inventory, and a lot of those developers got out of the business. And so we're still kind of on the trail ends of that, where there just aren't as many developers out there. There aren't as many people willing to invest in these types of projects. And the second reason is we're in California, and unfortunately, building new projects is extremely expensive and extremely risky and takes a lot of time and takes a lot of effort. And so because of that, there are only a small percentage of companies out there that are able and willing to take on these projects, especially at scale. So because there are fewer people willing to take those risks, because it's so expensive, because it takes so long to get these developments off the ground, all of these have compacted to make it really difficult for people to build homes. And so here's how it actually went down. I went to a new development by my house by KB Homes. They build a lot of homes here in San Diego County. They're one of the top developers nationwide. They have a good product. Their sales reps are great from my experience, and they have a new development down the street from my house. They've been doing a lot of construction over the last year, and now they finally have a sales office up. So I was excited to go check it out, see what is coming. What are they building? How many homes are they building? What's the price point going to look like? What's their timeline look like? And a great conversation with the sales representative, which we talked about that development first, but it got into the conversation where I was asking about, hey, what are the other projects that you're excited about coming up in San Diego County? And what he told me was a shock at the time, but the more I thought about it, it kind of makes sense too. And so what he told me is the only projects that they have right now in San Diego County where they're building single family detached properties are the projects that have been delayed over the last 10 or 15 years. So anything new in the pipeline, all the new things we have coming are going to be like this development. And the development over here, where I thought they were going to maybe be building 50, 60, 70 homes, they're putting 240 homes on tri-level townhomes. So you have 3 levels of townhome. You have a garage on the bottom, an attached property. So you have other units on the left and the right. You have shared walls. And this is essentially what he's saying. Moving forward in San Diego County, we're really only investing in these types of projects. And the why is pretty simple. It's what I was saying before. It's risky, it's expensive, it's really challenging to build new homes here, especially here in California and in San Diego. And there's less and less space and fewer lots. So it's a lot smaller lots that they need to put more and more homes on. So that's kind of what we can expect moving forward. And it's a shame because up until a couple of weeks ago, I was a huge proponent of Walker Trails out in Santee. I thought it was just such a great community. I mean, they were only building 56 homes in total, so it wasn't a massive planned community, but they were all single family homes. They were just under $1 million. They were 2,000 to 2,500 square feet. You had tall ceilings, you had a backyard. I mean, for a first-time homebuyer especially, or someone relocating here to San Diego, it's basically everything you wanted for a great price point when it comes to San Diego County. And I'm not saying that you're never going to see these again, But what I'm saying is across the board, especially from the bigger developers that are out there, they're mostly going to be building attached properties instead of single family homes. So it's going to become more and more rare, especially for the new projects moving forward. There's still some today. There's still some single family homes today, especially down in Chula Vista, up in San Marcos and Valley Center. If you go farther and farther out, you can find more of these projects. Or if they're more central, you're generally going to find them to be luxury style properties, or maybe they're technically single family homes, but when you look at them, you look at that cookie cutter neighborhood, you feel like you're looking at townhomes. The homes are really close together. Yeah, maybe technically the walls aren't connected, but you walk through the neighborhood, it feels like attached properties. So what does this mean for you? We all know San Diego is an expensive place to live. There are fewer and fewer places to build homes. Something has to change, right? We have to have something change here. And so I think this is the start of the new consumer trends that we're gonna have to see moving forward. It's kind of the end of an era. The good news is there are options out there. There are gonna be more options out there. It might not be that single family detached property with the large lawn, the big backyard and the white picket fence. Maybe that's just not where you start. It also means a little bit more affordability. It means more homes in general because they can put more homes on a footprint. And it means that if you're starting out and you're a first-time home buyer, you have other options besides having to buy a complete fixer property. Maybe you could buy a brand new townhouse or attached property at around the same price, not have to worry about fixing anything up, and have an opportunity to build equity and ratchet that into a new property down the line. Anyone that I work with, we work with a lot of people buying and selling homes here in San Diego, and the only people that can afford the $1.5 and the $2 million plus single family homes, people that had equity from another property that they're putting into that new house. So townhomes and attached properties, there's still a way to get there. Now, there still are some single family new construction homes in San Diego County, and that was hard to say for some reason. And I went over my favorite of the developments right here in this video. And if you are relocating to San Diego or interested in new construction homes, myself and my team, we would love to help you out. Our contact info is down below. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.